Have you ever had a dream where you were in danger? You're terrified because in that moment you fully believe you're about to get attacked by a vicious dog or fall down the stairs. And then you wake up in your bed all sweaty. The fear evaporates. You say to yourself, it was just a dream. Then you're all freaked out for the next 5 minutes while you go to the loo until your brain resets itself and comes back online. The fall wasn't real, the vicious dog wasn't real, and the danger wasn't real. But it felt real, the feeling was real. Now I want to ask you a question that philosophers and mystics have been asking for thousands of years. It's a question that makes us uncomfortable. How do you know you aren't asleep right now? How do you know that this, the rent, the job, and all that shit isn't just another layer of the dream? There's this famous story about the Chinese philosopher Shang Tzu. One night he dreamed he was a butterfly. He fluttered around the garden, landing on the flowers, feeling the wind on his wings. He was completely convinced that he was a butterfly. He had no memory of being a man named Shang Tzu. Then he woke up, and he was Shang Tzu again. He felt his heavy human body all lumbering, and he asked, "Am I a man who just dreamed he was a butterfly? Or am I a butterfly currently dreaming that I am a man?" We dismiss this idea because this reality feels so solid. If I slap my own head, it doesn't hurt because I've got a helmet on. If I don't pay the bills, the lights go out. The consequences here are heavy. We say this can't be a dream because it feels so consistent. But think about the computer game. The technology is getting better every single year. The graphics are super realistic. The physics are nearly perfect. If you get immersed in the game, your pulse races when you're being chased. I was playing Resident Evil the other night and I nearly had a heart attack when this massive 8-foot-tall man in a hat comes out of nowhere and just starts chasing me down the hall. It was like genuinely scary. If you played a game that was perfectly realistic, a game where you forgot you were holding a controller, would you really know the difference? Your nervous system doesn't seem to. The Eastern mystics call this world Maya, or Maya. It translates loosely to illusion, or more accurately, the great play. They suggest that the universe is not a machine, but a theater, and you're not the character you're playing, you are the actor. The problem is, you've been playing the role of you for so long that you have forgotten you are acting, you have forgotten it's a mask. When the character you gets sad, you think you're destroyed. When the character you fails at work, you think you're a failure. You've lost the lucidity. In a dream, a lucid dreamer is someone who realizes they are dreaming while they're still in the dream. They look around and say, hold up a sec, this isn't real. And you know what happens when you become lucid? You don't wake up, but you don't leave the dream either. You just sort of stay in the dream world. If a dream dog chases a lucid dreamer, the dreamer doesn't have to run. He can just fly away. Personally, I like to fly away. But you can turn around and laugh because you know the dog cannot actually hurt you. The dog is just a projection of your mind. You can even communicate telepathically with other dream characters because at the end of the day, it's all in your head. Imagine if you lived your real life like that. I mean, obviously not talking to other people telepathically, but just not giving too much of a fuck. Imagine if you walked into a stressful meeting or a difficult conversation with the quiet confidence of a lucid dreamer. You're still there, you can still play the part, you can still play the game, but deep down, there's kind of this smirk in your soul where you know not to take it too seriously. You know that ultimately this is just a play. This perspective is terrifying to the ego, but it's healing for the spirit. If life is a dream, then death is not the end. It's simply waking up and everything in between birth and death is just a trip. We take life so incredibly seriously. We carry the weight of the world on our shoulders, as if the universe will fall apart if we make just a single mistake. But look at the nature of reality, the now. It's a translucent sliver of fleeting existence. Where's the you from 5 minutes ago? Where's the you from 5 years ago? Gone. Just a memory. Everything is dissolving as soon as it happens. Reality is fluid. It's like trying to build concrete castles in a cloud. It just won't work. If you accept the possibility that this is a dream, you can start to play again. You can take risks, you can tell the truth, you can have a little jig on the spot. It's just a dream, why not? Why be a boring character? Why bother being scared? If you're the dreamer, you have more power than you think. You aren't a victim of the script, you're writing it as you go along. So, look around the room you're in right now. Does it feel solid? Ask yourself, who is the one feeling it? Are you the body, or are you the awareness watching the body? There's this silence behind your eyes, a watcher. That watcher has been there since before you were born. It hasn't aged or changed, it's just watching the movie of your life. That watcher is the dreamer, that watcher is safe. That watcher cannot be hurt by the world, any more than a screen can be hurt by the movie it's playing in. So take a deep breath, loosen your grip. You don't have to wake up and leave. The game is beautiful and it's fun. But just remember you're playing it. Don't let the nightmare convince you it's the only truth. You can change the channel whenever you want. After all, it's all in your head. Namaste.